Good morning, girls. Very recently, someone I believe we all knew passed away. And I can't honestly say that I knew Michael terribly well, or that he was my best friend, or that he meant a lot to me, but I think it's important to remember him honestly. He was loud, obnoxious, and annoying at times, and I wasn't really that close to him. I don't know his birthday, or his favorite color, or his middle name off the top of my head, and I don't want to find out now just because he's gone, and dedicate those things to my memory in his memory. What I want to remember about him is that he was proud of who he was. He knew who he wanted to be, and if he didn't, he certainly acted like he did. Sure, he did stupid things sometimes, but all in all, he was a kind person. Technically speaking, I've known him since 3rd grade, but I knew him better when we were both in high school, swimming and playing water polo together. And he may not have been the most important person in my life, but that doesn't matter. What matters is that I did know him, however briefly, and that experience makes him significant in my life. He is partly responsible for shaping who I am today, for better or for worse, and it's also important to know that everyone knows him differently. It's impossible for someone to remember Michael the exact same way I did, or the exact same way you did, because no two people know him in exactly the same way. I think it's important to show our respect to him now that he's gone, and I think that we owe it to him to remember him exactly how he was. I know that we want to remember people in a perfect, idealized way, but the fact of the matter is that he isn't, and no one is. And trying to remember someone that way doesn't show who they really are. There's no reason to try to pretend that he was something he wasn't, because the way he was in his everyday life was perfect in its own way. I do think it's kind of horrible that it takes an experience like this to make us realize how much we care about other people. I don't see why we can't just appreciate what we're given right now when we have it, and I think we should all take away whatever we can from this experience. I hope that this experience can help us, and I hope that some of us are able to see this and remember what happened and try to make the most out of what we have, because tomorrow is never guaranteed, and we can't take life for granted.